Hello students, today we are going to solve 10th standard geometry second chapter Pythagoras theorem. In that practice set 2.1. Okay, first one is identify with reason which of the following are Pythagorean triplet. First one is 3, 5 and 4. Okay, solution is 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25, 4 square is 16. Therefore, 3 square plus 4 square is, that is 9 plus 16 is 25. Therefore, 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. No? Therefore, the square of the larger number is equal to the sum of square of remaining two numbers. Therefore 3, 5, 4 are Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So now what is Pythagorean triplet? Pythagorean triplet is triplet in which these three are natural numbers. Okay, these three are natural numbers. The square of the larger, this is which is the larger number here? 5 is the larger number. The square of the larger number is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers. Then this triplet is called Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Second one is 4, 9 and 12. Solution is, here 4 square is how much? 16. 9 square is 9 nines are 81 and 12 square is 12 12s are 144. No? Therefore 4 square plus 9 square is 16 plus 81. How much? 16 plus 81, 617, 819, 97. This is 97. But 12 square is 144. Therefore, this is not a Pythagorean triplet. No? So this is, therefore 4 square plus 9 square is not equal to 12 square. Okay. Therefore, the square of the largest number, is not equal to the sum of squares of remaining two numbers. Therefore 4, 9 and 12 is not a Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Third one is 5, 12 and 13. Okay, here 5 square is 25, 12 square is 144. Okay, 13 square is 169. Okay, therefore 5 square plus 12 square, that is 25 plus 144. 144 plus 25, how much? 169. Okay, then this is largest number, 13 square is 169. Therefore right here, 5 square plus 12 square equal to 13 square. Therefore the square of the larger number is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers. Therefore 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, fourth one is 24, 70 and 74. Okay, so 24 square is how much? 24 multiplied by 24. 576. 576, and then 70 square is 70 into 70, 4900. Okay, then 74 into 74, 54. I'll write here 74 square is 5476. Therefore 24 square plus 70 square is how much? 4900 plus 576, 6745, 5476, 5476. No, therefore 24 square plus 70 square equal to 74 square. No, therefore the square of the largest number is equal to this. Okay, therefore the square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers. Okay, therefore 24, 70 and 74 is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, Here fifth one is 10, 24 and 27. Therefore 10 square is 100. Okay, 24 square is how much? Just now the number has come now. 24 square is 576. 576. 27 square is how much? 27. 27 multiplied by 27. $729. This is 729. Check in again. 7 7 the 49 4. 7 2 the 14 4 18. 7 2 the 14 1. 2 2 the 4 and 5. 9 and 8 2 10 12 1 6 and 7. Okay, 729. Now therefore 10 square plus 24 square is how much? 100 and 576. 100, that is 6 7 and 66. 676, but larger number is 729. Therefore 10 square plus 24 square is not equal to 27 square. Therefore the square of the largest number is not equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers. Therefore 10, 24 and 27 is not a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, it's not a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, sixth one is 11, 60 and 61. Therefore 11 square is 11 11 is 121. Okay, 60 square is, I think 3 3 is 36, 3600. We'll see 60 multiplied by 60. 6 0 6 is 36. Okay, 3600. And 61 square is, here we have to see 61 multiplied by 61. 61, 6 1 is 6, 6 is 36. 1 12 7 3 3 7 2 1 3 7 2 1. Okay, therefore 11 square plus 60 square is, this is here 121, we have to add 121. So 1 2, this is 7 and this is 6. 3 7 21. The largest, the square of the largest number is equal to the square sum of the squares of the other two numbers. See, 3 7 2 1. No, therefore 11 square plus 60 square is equal to 61 square. 61 square. Therefore the square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers. Okay, therefore 11, 60 and 61 is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, second one is, in figure angle MNP is 90 degree, segment NQ perpendicular to segment MP. MQ is 9, QP is 4, find NQ. So see, this is 90 degree, this is right angle triangle, angle N is a 90 degree and NQ is perpendicular to hypotenuse MP. Therefore we have to use theorem of geometric mean theorem. Okay, so in solution is, in triangle MNP, angle MNP is 90 degree. Okay, and segment NQ perpendicular to hypotenuse MP. See, this is given. Okay, therefore by theorem of geometric mean, by theorem of geometric mean, what is the formula? See, NQ square equal to MQ into QP. This is geometric mean theorem. NQ square equal to MQ into QP. NQ is, we have to find out, MQ is 9 square into QP is 4 square, 81 into 16. Not square here. This is not square, only MQ. Okay, so 9 and 4, not square, huh? So 9 into 4 is 36. Okay, so don't be mistaken, because Pythagoras theorem comes square, no? So geometric mean theorem, the square will not come. So this is NQ square. Therefore NQ is 6, because taking square root. Okay, NQ is 6. Here question is find NQ. Therefore answer is NQ is 6. Okay, third one is, in figure angle QPR is 90 degree, segment PM perpendicular to segment QR, and Q to M to R, this QMR is collinear. Okay, PM is 10, QM is 8, find QR. Okay, here in this, in triangle QPR, this is the triangle QPR, angle QPR is 90 degree. Okay, and segment PM perpendicular to hypotenuse QR. Why hypotenuse QR? Because hypotenuse is a side straight opposite to a 90 degree angle, right angle. Okay, QR is a hypotenuse QR. Therefore, these are given. Okay, therefore, by theorem of geometric mean, according to the geometric mean theorem, PM square equal to QM into MR. No, QM into MR. Here PM square is given 10 square equal to QM is 8 not square into MR. MR we don't know, that we have to find out. Therefore, MR is 10 square is 100 by 8. Therefore, MR is 2 4s are 8, 250 times, 2 2s are 4, 225 times. So MR is 25 by 2. That is 2 1s are 2 2s are 4, 5, 12.5. MR is 12.5. Okay, MR is 12.5. Here it is find QR. Find QR. We have to add QM plus MR gives QR. No, therefore QM plus MR, that is QM is 8 plus MR is 12.5, that is how much? 8, 20.5. Q and MR is, that is QM plus MR is QR, that is therefore QR is 20.5. Okay, therefore answer is QR is 20.5. Okay, fourth one is, see the figure, find RP and PS using information given in the triangle PSR. Okay, so in this figure, in triangle PSR, angle PSR is 90 degree. Here it is, see, this is given. PSR is 90 degree, angle SPR is 30 degree. Okay, and angle SRP, this angle is how much? This is 60 degree because remaining angle, because the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degree. No, this is 19, this is 30, is 120, and this remaining is 60 degree. Okay, so now we have to find out side. This side is given, side opposite to the 30 degree angle, 6 is given. Okay, this is not given, we have to find out SP. No, SP, CPS is, we have to find out, because this is 30 degree. We know the formula, no, because this triangle PSR is a triangle, is 30 60 90 degree triangle. No, 90 degree triangle. So we'll write first, in triangle PSR, in triangle PSR, angle PSR is 90 degree, S is 90 degree, and angle, okay, and angle SPR is 30 degree. This is given. Okay, therefore angle SRP is 60 degree because this is remaining angle. Okay, therefore triangle PSR SR is a 30, 60 and 90 degree triangle. Okay, therefore 30, 60, 90 degree triangle theorem says, what is the formula? Here formula is side opposite to the 30 degree angle. Here it is 1 by half this side SR. See, opposite side of a 30 degree angle is half of its hypotenuse. Okay, half of its hypotenuse. This is 30, 60, 90 degree triangle theorem says. Okay, another one is side opposite to 60 degree angle is root 3 by 2 times the hypotenuse. Okay, so by 30, 60 and 90 degree triangle theorem, here 30 degree side opposite to this thing, this side SR is opposite to the angle 30 degree. Okay, therefore SR is half of the hypotenuse PR. Okay, therefore SR is 6, half of the PR, that is PR is 6 divided by 1 by 2, so multiplied by 2. You have to take the reciprocal of it. Okay, 6 2, this is 12. PR is 12. Okay, PR is 12. Now we have to take 60. We have to find out the SP now. Therefore here write side opposite to 30 degree. This is PR. This is side opposite to 30 degree. Now find out SP. Now SP is root 3 by 2 times the hypotenuse PR or RP. This you write here PR. Okay, so SP have to find out, RP we know, therefore root 3 by 2 times RP is 12. No, 2 ones are 2 6s are, therefore SP is 6 root 3. You can write here side opposite to 60 degree. Okay, side opposite to 60 degree. This is the formula. Okay, so SP is 6 root 3. Therefore answer is, one is PR is 12 and SP is 6 root 3. Okay, fifth one is, for finding AB and BC with the help of information given in the figure, complete the following activity. Okay, see, here is a right angle triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle. So because AB is a angle B is 90 degree. Okay, so this is, here two identical marks are here because these two are similar. Okay, these two are congruent because this is ABC. In triangle ABC, angle ABC is a 90 degree and this is hypotenuse, and these two sides are perpendicular sides of a right angle triangle. Okay, so this is 45 degree and 90 degree triangle. This is, because this is 90 degree, because these two are, see, identical marks are here. So this is 45 degree, this is also 45 degree. So this is a property of a right angle triangle. No, this is a property of right angle triangle. This property says if acute angles of a right angle triangle is 45 and 45 degree, okay, then each of the perpendicular sides are 1 by root 2 times of its hypotenuse. Okay, so we have to complete this activity. Here it is AB equal to BC. That is, here it is given. This is given. AB equal to BC, that is given. Okay. Second, therefore angle BAC is 45 degree. How we come to know that 45 degree? Because this is identical marks. This is 90 degree. These two are perpendicular sides. Then it is 45 degree. That's the property of a right angle triangle. Okay. So BAC is 45 degree. AB equal to BC. This is also given, no? AB equal to BC. So AB is equal to BC. AB equal to BC, that is, see, this AB equal to BC, that formula is 1 by root 2 times its hypotenuse. Okay, AC. Okay, AC. Then here it is again, AC is root 8, the given root 8 is given. So this is 1 by root 2 into root 8. Here again 1 by root 2 into, this is root, taking 4 into 2, keep 2 root out, 2 keep it out and write like this. So therefore this 2 has, this 2 and this 2 has gone, this 2 is remain. Okay, therefore answer is 2. This root 2 has cancelled, so this 2 is remaining. This is the answer. Okay. Sixth one is find the side and perimeter of a square whose diagonals is 10 centimeter. Okay. A, B, C, D. Here we have to draw a diagram. You have to draw a square here. Okay. And name it A, B, C, D is a given square. Okay. And all the sides of a square are equal. And diagonal is 10 centimeters given. Okay. So first we'll write ABCD is a given square and AC is 10 centimeter. Now let us assume that each side of a square be x. Measurement is not given, so let us assume that each side of a square be x. Therefore, each side of a square be x. Therefore, AB equal to BC is x. Okay. In triangle, now we have to take one triangle. You have to take in triangle ABC. Angle ABC is a 90 degree. All are 90 degree. No, all are 90 degree. Let's take this triangle. In triangle ABC, angle ABC is a 90 degree. Okay. Angle ABC is a 90 degree. In triangle ABC, angle ABC is a 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, okay, now we can use Pythagoras theorem. What Pythagoras theorem says? Hypotenuse square equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. No, therefore AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay, AC square is given 10 square, and AB is x square plus x square. We have assumed that here it's no, each side of a square be x, we have assumed. So x square plus x square, that is 10 square is 100, is this is 2x square. Therefore x square is 100 by 2, that is x square is 50. That is, therefore x means once you take one side, AB is 50. That's x is root 50. That is here you can write 25 multiplied by 2. Okay, x, that is x is 5 root 2. Okay, now x is 5 root 2. What is x? Side of a square. Now we have to find out the perimeter. Therefore perimeter of a square is 4 multiplied by side, no? What is the formula? To find out the perimeter, 4 multiplied by side. Therefore 4 into side is 5 root 2. That is 5 for the 20 root 2. Therefore, okay, perimeter is, therefore x is AB. Therefore answer is side of a square is 5 root 2 and perimeter of a square is 20 root 2. This is the answer, root 2. See, this is 20 root 2. Okay. Seventh one is, in figure angle DFE. DFE is 90 degree. FG is perpendicular to ED. If GD is 8, FG is 12, find EG, FD and EF. Okay, so here in this, in triangle DFE, angle DFE is 90 degree. Okay, this is 90 degree and GF is parallel, this FG is perpendicular to hypotenuse DE. Okay, so we have to use here which theorem? We have to use theorem of geometric mean. Okay, so in triangle DFE, in triangle DFE, angle DFE is 90 degree. Okay, and FG, segment FG is perpendicular to hypotenuse ED. ED, hypotenuse ED. Therefore, by theorem of geometric mean, FG square equal to GD into GE. No, this geometric mean theorem says FG square equal to DG into GE. That's FG is 12 square, GD is 8 square into GE or EG. G or EG, right? GE or EG, right? Because here EG is here, so EG. Okay, right, EG. So therefore EG is 12 12 into 12 time 2 times, okay, divide by 8 into 8, not square. Again, see, I make a mistake. Only 8. This is not a square here. This is geometric mean theorem. This is, see, this is a formula. This is not a square, okay? So don't make a mistake. Only 12 square. It says, so 4 3s are 4 2s are 2 1s are 2 6 times. Therefore 6 3s are 18. So EG is 18. Okay. Now we have to find out FD. We have to find out now. So in triangle DGF, okay, now we know this GD and GF. We can use Pythagoras theorem in this, so that we can find out FD. Therefore in triangle DGF angle DGF is 90 degree, because see, this is 90 degree and this is also 90 degree, because this is perpendicular to hypotenuse ED, okay, 90 degree. Therefore by Pythagoras theorem, here this is 90 degree, so straight opposite this is hypotenuse. Therefore DF square equal to DF or FD, okay, because here it is FD is there, so write like that only. FD square equal to FD square equal to GD square plus GF square. Only in the Pythagoras theorem square comes, okay. FD we have to find out. GD is 8 square plus GF square is 12 square, that is 64, 144, 64, 208. Answer is, this is FD square. This is FD square is 208. Okay. Therefore FD is square root of 208. So we'll find out 208. 2 1s are 0, 2 4, 2 5, 2 2, 2 2, 2 1, 3 7 time, 7 1 time. So no. See, you can 208 you can find like this: 4 5 times, 4 2s are 8, again 4 1s are 4 3s are, so this you can divide into 16 multiplied by 13. 4 4s are 16, 16 multiplied by 13 is gives 208. Okay, so that you can take 4 multiplied by 4, that's 4, you can take it out, no, in square root. So divide in, FD is 16 into 13, that is 4 root 13, that is FD. Okay, now we have to find out EF. So in triangle EGF, angle EGF is 90 degree. Okay, so So according to the Pythagoras theorem, EF square equal to EG square plus GF square. Okay, so we'll write here in triangle EGF, in triangle EGF, angle EGF is 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, okay, EF square equal to EG square plus GF square. Okay, therefore EG is 18, so 18 square plus GF square is 12 square. 18 multiplied by 18, 324. So 324 plus 144, 468 EF square. Therefore EF is square root of 468. Now we can divide into 468. Okay, so 6 table, 6 sevens are 42, 4 remain, 6 eights are 48. Again 6 table, 6 ones are 18, 6 threes are. So here it is 36. We can take the square root, 13. So 36 multiplied by 13 gives 468. So therefore EF equal to 36 multiplied by 13, that is 6 root 13. EF is 6 root 13. This is the answer we know, EF. Therefore answer is EG is 18. Okay, then FD is how much? FD is 4 root 13. Okay, and EF is 6 root 13. So this is the answer. Okay, here you give this solution number 1. Okay, this is 2. Okay, now this is 3. Okay, 8th one is find the diagonals of rectangle whose length is 35 centimeter and breadth is 12 centimeter. So you have to draw one rectangle. Okay, so name it ABCD, and whose length is 35 centimeter and its breadth is 12 centimeter. Therefore solution is, let this is a quadrilateral ABCD is a given rectangle. Okay, it's a rectangle. Therefore BC is 35 centimeter and DC is breadth is 12 centimeter. Okay, and in triangle and here it is in triangle BCD, angle BCD is 90 degree. No, this is 90 degree, and straight opposite BD is the diagonal. This is the hypotenuse. Therefore, we can use Pythagoras theorem in this. No. In triangle BCD, angle BCD is 90 degree. This is angle of a rectangle. All are 90 degree. No, BCD is 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, BD square equal to BC square plus DC square. BC is 35 square plus DC is 12 square. So 35 into 35. 5, 12, 2, 1. No? Yeah. 1, 2, 2, 5 plus 1, 4, 4. 1, 4, 4. That is 9, 6, 3, 1. 1, 3, 6, 9. Okay. BD square is 1369. Therefore, BD is square root of 1369. Therefore, BD is, this is 37 stable. 37 multiplied by 37 is 1369. Okay. Therefore, BD is 37. Therefore, answer is the diagonal of a rectangle is, that is BD is 37. Okay. Here it is, measurement is given 37 centimeter. Okay. Ninth one is, in the figure M is the midpoint of QR. M is the midpoint of QR. Angle PRQ is 90 degree. Prove that PQ square equal to 4PM square minus 3PR square. Okay. So in this, first we'll take PRQ, that is 90 degree. In triangle PRQ is in triangle PRQ, angle PRQ is 90 degree. In triangle PRQ is a 90 degree. That is given. Okay. This is 90 degree. Straight opposite is a hypotenuse. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, PQ square equal to PR square plus QR square. QR or RQ. RQ square. This is equation number 1. Okay. And now in triangle, first we took PRQ, no? Now PRM. In triangle PRM, angle PRM is 90 degree. PRM is 90 degree. This is also given. Okay. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, PM square is PR square plus RM square. This is equation number 2. Okay, but here we see M is the midpoint. This says in the figure M is the midpoint of QR. Therefore, RM is half of the RQ. No, half of the RQ. So we will write here RM is half of the RQ. Half of RQ, because M is the midpoint of QR. Okay, M is the midpoint of QR. So substitute RM in equation 2. Okay, therefore PM square equal to PR square. Here instead of RM, see this RM square, RM, substitute this 1 by 2 RQ. This is square, whole square, no? Therefore, PM square equal to PR square plus this is 1 by 2 to the 4 PQ square. No, this is not PQ, this is RQ. Okay, so now here it is a fraction came, so multiplying both the sides by 4. Okay, so that this fraction, this denominator will go. Therefore, multiplying both the sides by 4. Therefore 4 PM square equal to 4 PR square plus 4 will go, so RQ square. Okay, now we can write this 4 PM square equal to this 4 PR square. We will write 3 PR square plus 1 PR square. Okay, so this I divided into 2. See, 3 PR square and PR square, that is totally 4 PR square. Okay, so plus RQ square, keep in this bracket, because this PR square plus RQ square, see here this PR square plus RQ square is PQ square. Okay, so we have to prove this. No, we have to prove this. So 4 PR square is 3 PR square plus PR square. So therefore 4 PM square equal to 3 PR square plus here PR square is PR plus RQ square is PQ square. PQ square. Therefore PQ square equal to 4 PM square minus 3 PR square. See here if you write 4pm square to the right hand side means minus 4pm square, and this will remain same. So then you have to multiply it by minus 1, so that plus 4pm, and this is minus 3pr square. Okay, here this pq square is from equation number 1. Okay, from equation number 1. Okay, this pq square is from equation number 1. Now here you can write like this: 4pm square, bring it to the left hand side, that also we can do, pr square equal pq square. Therefore pq square is, now write 4pm square minus 3pr square. So this is what we have to prove. Okay, this is the, hence it is proved. Okay, 10th one is, walls of two buildings on either side of a street are parallel to each other. Okay, a ladder 5.8 meter long is placed on the street such that its top just reaches the window of a building at the height of 4 meter. On turning the ladder over to the other side of the street, its top touches the window of the other building at a height 4.2 meter. Find the width of the street. So first we have to draw, see, walls of two buildings. We'll draw. Okay, solution now. So walls of two building. We'll draw first two walls. Okay, here one wall, here another. Okay, these are two walls. Let it be x and y. Okay, so walls of two buildings either side of a street are parallel to each other. They are parallel to each other. A ladder 5.8 meter long is placed on the street such that its top just reaches the window of a building at the height of 4 meter. At the height of 4 meter, a ladder, here one ladder. See, this is the ladder. Okay, a ladder of 5.8. See, this is 5.8 meter. Okay, 5.8 meter long is placed on the street such that its top reaches the window of building at height 4 meter. See, this is 4 meter. Okay, on turning the ladder over to the other side, see, this same ladder, turning ladder over to the other side of the street, its top touches the window. See, you have to turn the ladder so that it touches the wall in this way. Okay, at height 4.2 meter. See, it is 4.2 meter. 4.2 meter. This is same ladder, so 5.8 meter. Okay, so now let's name it A, this point B, and this C, this is D, and let it be E. Okay, so find the width of the street. Now, which is the width? See, this is the width. Okay, find the width of the street. This will become a street. This becomes the width of the street. Okay, so now let's write in the figure. In the figure, XB XB and YD. YD are walls of two buildings. Walls of two buildings on either side of either side of a street BD, either side of a street BD. And AC and CE. AC represents the ladder. Okay, AC represents the ladder. At a height, its length is 5.8 meter. So AC AC represents the first position of a ladder, and EC represents second position of a ladder. Okay, and AB is okay. AC is 5.8 meter. AB is see here, AC equal to EC or CE, that is 5.8 meter. Okay, then AB is 4 meter and ED is 4.2 meter. So this wall is perpendicular to this BD. This AB or XB is perpendicular to BD. So this is 90 degree. Okay. In triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, angle ABC is 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay, AC square is 5.8 square, AB is 4 square plus BC square. Therefore, BC square is 5.8. First we have to find. First we'll write 5.8 square minus 4 square. Here 5.8 into 5.8, 5.8 into 5.8. $33 33.64. This is 33.64 minus now 16 minus 33.48. This is 33.64 minus 16. Okay, so 4, 6, 10, 7, 2, 1, 17.64, that is 17.64. BC square is 17.64. Therefore, BC is square root of 17.64. So square root of 17.64 is 4.2. Okay, 4.2. BC is 4.2 meter. BC is 4.2 meter. Now in triangle EDC, angle EDC is 90 degree. Therefore, according to the Pythagoras theorem, EC square equal to ED square plus CD square. Okay. So in triangle EDC, angle EDC is 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, EC square CD square plus ED square, CD square plus ED square, that is EC is 5.8 square, CD we don't know, CD we have to find out, plus ED is 4.2 square. Okay. Hope 5.8, here it is, yeah, 33.64, that is therefore 33.64 equal to CD square plus 4.2 square, 4.2 multiplied by 4.2, 17.64. Therefore, CD square is 33.64 minus 17.64. 33.64, 17.64. CD square is 16. Therefore, CD is 4 meter. Now we have to find the width of the street. BD we have to find out. Therefore BD is BC plus CD. BC plus CD. BC is 4.2. CD is 4. That is 8.2 meter. BD is 8.2 meter. Therefore, answer, width of the street. That is the question, no? Find the width of the street. Yeah, width of the street is 8.2 meter. Okay. So students, so practice set 2.1 has got over. So if you have any doubt or if you have any suggestions, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So also like and share. Okay, so okay then, bye.